Hello, I'm Alex.
And I'm Chloe. A very warm welcome to our channel where we explore practical strategies for meaningful personal growth.
We're delighted you're joining us. The principle we're discussing today isn't just a theory, it's a method I have personally applied to break through significant learning plateaus. A few years ago, I hit a massive wall with my Spanish studies, and at the same time, I was struggling to maintain other healthy habits, like a consistent fitness routine.
It's a common and frustrating position to be in when our best intentions don't lead to the results we want. Alex, what was the turning point for you?
The breakthrough came from a daily ritual that was deceptively simple. When I say simple, I mean it took less time than brushing my teeth. It felt almost too easy to be effective.
For everyone listening, we would like to invite you to make this an active learning experience. This is a perfect opportunity to practice your English listening skills. Please, feel free to grab a pen and paper and treat this session as your daily learning workout.
That's an excellent suggestion. We do encourage you to stick with us because you'll get to practice a little later in the episode.
I think we should talk about that burnout cycle you mentioned. It feels so universal. It's that Sunday night feeling, isn't it? You're full of energy, planning out the week.
Oh, completely. You're on fire. You tell yourself, tomorrow, I'm going to crush 2 hours of grammar and vocabulary. You are absolutely sure of it.
And then Monday happens, and maybe you get through 30 minutes before you're exhausted.
If you're lucky. Then Tuesday rolls around, and you manage maybe 12 minutes while your coffee is brewing. By Friday, you're slumped on the couch, Netflix is asking if you're still watching, and you're just muttering to yourself that you have zero willpower.
It's the worst feeling. You feel like a failure. You start thinking, what's wrong with me? Why can't I just do the thing I said I would do?
But here's the news flash that changed everything for me. Motivation is cotton candy. It's sweet, it's exciting for a moment, and then it vanishes into thin air.
Whereas discipline is like oatmeal.
Precisely. Discipline is oatmeal. It's a bit boring, it's not flashy, but it's steady. It's what marathoners and successful people actually live on. The mistake isn't your desire to learn, it's the size of the first step you're trying to take.
So instead of trying to leap over a giant wall, you just need to find a smaller door.
Exactly. Everyone listening, try saying this out loud. I don't need more motivation. I need a cheaper entrance ticket. Seriously, say it. It already feels more empowering than, I wish I had more willpower, right? It reframes the problem entirely.
Okay, so the cheaper entrance ticket is this tiny habit. You called it the 1% rule. How does that work in practice?
Picture a bank account that grows by just 1% every single day. At the end of the year, do you know how much richer it is?
My math isn't great. 365%?
That's what most people think, but because of compounding, it's actually 37 times richer. The growth builds on itself. The same mathematics apply here. One tiny, almost laughably small English action, repeated daily and nudged up by just 1%, turns into fluent sentences.
And at the same time, it builds what you call a steel trap habit loop. The action itself is almost secondary to the act of showing up.
You've got it. So here's the new rule we're proposing. Don't focus on growing the habit itself. Just focus on growing your streak of showing up to do the tiny version.
All right, let's get into the specifics. What is this 3-minute drill? Give us the play-by-play.
It couldn't be simpler. Step 1. Your alarm rings in the morning.
Okay, I can do that. Most days.
Step 2. Before you do anything else, before checking email, before social media, you open the voice memo app on your phone.
I like that. No friction. It's already on my phone. What's next?
Step 3. You hit record and you talk for just 60 seconds about your previous day. The only rule is it has to be in English. It can be broken, clunky, and full of pauses. It doesn't matter. Just talk.
Wow, only a minute. Is that it? What do you do with the recording?
Step 4. You listen back for 2 minutes. As you listen, your only job is to find one tiny thing you could improve. A word you mispronounced? A past tense verb you missed? Just one.
So 60 seconds of talking, 2 minutes of listening, and finding one small correction. That's the whole thing. Total time, 3 minutes.
That's the entire habit. And here's why it's so powerful. For your English, you're forcing daily active speaking, which is 1,000 times more effective than passive reading. But for your discipline, you're training the I keep small promises to myself muscle at the exact same time, every single day.
And you're creating a trigger. After a week, your brain starts to pair the alarm clock with recording the memo. After 2 weeks, it starts to feel strange if you don't do it.
Exactly. And if this is starting to sound like something you could actually do, something that feels genuinely manageable, this is the perfect moment to hit that subscribe button.
It is. YouTube will then do its job and notify you tomorrow when we drop our next episode, where we'll talk about how to turn these messy, 1 minute memos into polished, interesting stories.
So, once you've done this for a little while, say you've marked 10 red X's in a row for 10 straight days on a calendar, you're ready to level up just a tiny bit.
Here comes the 1% improvement. What's the next step? Add another minute?
No, even smaller. You just add one new phrase to yesterday's summary. That's it. Just one. So, if you normally would have said, I went to the gym, you just add a little spice.
So it becomes something like, I went to the gym and felt invigorated.
Perfect. You've kept the same cue, the alarm clock. The routine is just slightly enhanced, but the reward is identical and powerful. You can feel the visible progress.
There's a psychological component to this too, isn't there? It's not just about the action, it's about how you see yourself.
That's the endgame. Habits truly become permanent when they stop feeling like chores and start becoming part of who you are. So here's a little mental trick. After you save that voice memo each morning, I want you to say something aloud.
What is it?
First, in your native language. I'm the kind of person who keeps tiny promises to myself. Then, say it in English. I keep my word, even when no one is watching.
That's very powerful. You're using your own voice to reinforce this new identity.
Your own voice is the most convincing and effective coach you will ever have. It's about proving to yourself day after day that you are the kind of person who shows up.
Let's be realistic. Around week 3, the motivation, that cotton candy we talked about, is long gone. The novelty of the habit fades. You're going to have a day where you just think, I don't feel like it.
That day is guaranteed to come. It's completely normal. That's why you need a safety net. And it's incredibly simple. A physical wall calendar and a big red marker.
Ah, the Jerry Seinfeld method. Don't break the chain. I love this.
You got it. Every single day you complete the 3-minute drill, you put a big satisfying red X over that day. Your only job is to not break the chain of X's. It becomes a game.
And what if life just gets chaotic? A real emergency happens and you miss a day. Do you just give up?
Absolutely not. The rule isn't be perfect. The rule is, if you miss one day for any reason, that is perfectly acceptable. Life happens. But you never ever miss 2 days in a row.
Never miss twice. That allows for imperfection but demands consistency. I love that. And that works for anything, right? Push-ups, meditation, clearing your inbox.
Exactly. And real quick, for everyone listening, pause for a moment and drop a comment telling us which habit you're going to try shrinking to 3 minutes. It could be English or something else.
We promise we read and respond to every single one. Let's use that space to keep each other honest and accountable. It truly helps.
Now, fast forward. After 30 days of this, you'll have a small library of 30 mini podcasts, all starring you.
That's so cool. A time capsule of your own progress. What do you do with them?
You start an upgrade loop. Once a week, spend another 3 minutes and pick your favorite sentence from one of those recordings. Then, you just shadow it.
Shadowing. Can you explain what that is?
It's a technique elite musicians and actors use. You play the recording of your sentence, pause, and then mimic it exactly. You copy the rhythm, the intonation, the melody of how you spoke.
So it's not just about the words, but the music behind them. And you do this for just 3 minutes. Once a week?
Just 3 minutes. But the effect is incredible. Your accent starts to sound more natural, your vocabulary from the past few weeks gets reinforced, and your confidence skyrockets because you can hear yourself sounding better.
What I find so amazing about building a keystone habit like this is how it starts to influence other areas of your life. You called it cross pollination.
It's the best part. You've already built a strong connection between your morning alarm and taking a positive action. The neural pathway is there. So now, you can add another habit to the same cue with almost zero extra willpower.
So, while the kettle is boiling for your morning tea, you could do 10 push ups.
Precisely. One cue, the alarm, now triggers two habits. You're not trying to find more time or more motivation. You're just stacking a new action onto an existing, automated one.
And you look up 6 months later, and the same person who claimed they didn't have time for anything is suddenly exercising, learning a language, and feeling more confident.
The power of compounding habits is remarkable that way. It feels like magic, but it's just consistent, tiny effort.
This is all great for building the habit internally, but what about getting feedback from the outside world? That can be intimidating.
It can be, which is why you want to do it in a low-stakes way. Here's a suggestion. Every Friday, take your best sentence from your weekly shadowing practice and post it on your Instagram stories,
That's a great idea. It's temporary, so it doesn't feel like a permanent record of your mistakes.
right? And you would be shocked at what happens. Native speakers or more advanced learners will often chime in with helpful suggestions, encouragement, and support. It's like getting a free, friendly tutor to show up in your DMs.
And it costs nothing but a single swipe. It adds a layer of social connection without the high pressure of a formal class.
We have to address the biggest excuse of all. I'm just too busy.
Ah, yes, the classic. I've used that one many times. What's the secret to overcoming it?
The secret is realizing that busy is often just another way of saying, I forgot to automate and shrink the habit. On a truly chaotic day, you have final exams, you're on a red-eye flight, you have a newborn baby. You can shrink the drill.
Shrink it from 3 minutes to what?
Shrink it to 30 seconds if you have to, or even just 3 deep breaths where you think in English. The non-negotiable part isn't the duration, it's opening the app every day. You have to honor the cue.
So even on the craziest day, you just open the voice memo app and hit record for 10 seconds.
Yes, because that's how you keep the discipline muscle from shrinking. You maintain the chain even if it's with the smallest possible effort. You're telling your brain, this is what we do no matter what.
Okay, let's jump ahead to day 90, the 3 month mark where most people have already quit. What happens then?
This is the truly rewarding part. You take your recording from day 1 and you play it right next to your recording from day 90.
Oh, I bet the difference is astounding.
It's night and day. You'll hear smoother vowels, more complex stories, and a voice that sounds so much more confident, like it belongs on a stage or right here on a podcast.
That must be the ultimate motivation booster. To hear your own progress so clearly.
It's the best. And the same trick works for other habits. Compare month 1 and month 3 of your budget in a finance app. Look at a photo from your first day at the gym and one from day 90. Small daily actions will always beat occasional, heroic efforts. Every single time.
So, what's next for someone who has made the 3 minute memo habit completely bulletproof?
For them, we have an advanced layer. Once the voice memo is second nature, you can add on a 5-minute Zoom call every Friday with another learner.
So, you use the same calendar reminder you're already using for your social media post, but now you're adding a live conversation.
Exactly. And the discipline transfers automatically. The person who shows up every single day to record a memo for themselves is the same person who will show up for that call. And that live practice, it multiplies your fluency like compound interest on steroids. So, let's wrap this all up. Here is the entire blueprint in a single breath. One alarm, one 3-minute English memo every morning, one red X on a calendar, and one simple rule. Never miss twice.
That's the core of it. And if this clicked for you today, if it feels like a plan you can finally stick to, please smash that like button. It tells the algorithm to show this to the next person who feels stuck and needs this guidance.
And don't forget to subscribe so you're here for our next episode on advanced shadowing drills. For your first action step, drop a comment below with the first English phrase you're going to say in your memo tomorrow.
We can't wait to read them. We'll see you next time. Same time, same habit.
Bigger life.